To show you how you can get the students' question level analysis into amPIL. There's a few stages, a few different approaches for this, but in the teacher view, if you go to the main menu and click on the button that says input student data, you'll get a number of options. So if you select the assessment that you want to upload the data for, assessment 1, you're presented with a new menu. So if you've already got the question level analysis and you just want to get it onto amPIL, you can upload it via a CSV. We're not going to do that here. You can also manually input the data, which I'm going to show you in a minute. But once you've marked a set of assessments, the usual first thing that you collect is the totals. So what you can do is you can input student totals, and this will validate for when the students enter their question level analysis themselves. So if we go ahead and do that, click input totals for validation. I'm going to select myself, my first class, 7x1, and I'm going to say that I got a total of 6 marks on that assessment. So that will prompt me if I log in as that student and my total doesn't match the one here. So I've gone ahead and I've submitted this, and now I'm going to go ahead and switch to the student view. So the student view looks like this, and we'll go ahead and input the data. We'll input the data for assessment 1. So I've selected assessment 1, input the data, and you're presented with a new sheet. So you can flood fill this. You can give yourself the maximum mark possible. This would be 7 marks, which is more than the total that we had for validation earlier on. In which case, it's telling me that that's not looking quite right. So I would go ahead and change that so that the totals match up, and I can submit that, and the data has been submitted successfully. Teachers can track that in real time using the submission checker, and what that will do is it will present teachers with a screen, and you'll be able to see who's entered the data and who hasn't. So if I go ahead and select that class, assessment 1, we've got here a green bar for Dan Wilson, saying that he's input the data and the totals do match up. If I just show you another one, so 7x2, no data has been input for that class, so you'll be able to see what it is that the students have submitted. If you find that your totals are incorrect when the students type in their information, there will be a button there for you to accept their submission, and in that case it will allow the student to submit that to the database. So input the data manually yourself as a teacher. You can do that by clicking input assessment data, select manually input the data, select the student that you want. So I'm going to select a different student, so I'll select Aaron Lester for assessment 1, and I'm going to give him 5 marks. And again, if you go into the submission checker, you'll find that Aaron has now completed his feedback.